What's up, Mega Squad? Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to build all of the Spy Ninjas and some Project Zorgo members in Minecraft. We're going to be building Chad Wild Clay defeating a Project Zorgo hacker, Qwaint, a Daniel and Regina Valentine's build, Melvin, Daniel's dog Douglas, the Project Zorgo leader, and even Joseph Banks. So if you guys love the Spy Ninjas, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up, and make sure you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss out on our latest videos. And if you only want to build certain characters, I've put timestamps down in the description so you guys can jump to the right character you want to build. Now let's start building. So first up, we're going to build Chad defeating a hacker. So let's have a look at what kind of blocks we're going to need. So we're going to need some light grey terracotta, black concrete, red wool, white concrete, blue concrete, white terracotta, yellow concrete, yellow terracotta, and some pink concrete. We'll also need some lime concrete later on for his eyes, but we'll get to that a bit later. So first of all, we start building the hacker. So find a nice big open space, and the first block we're going to use is the light grey terracotta. Now this will be the bottom of the shoes. So we need to place 8 blocks in a line. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we need to go 4 blocks high. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we fill in all of this area. So you should end up with a base which is 4 blocks high and 8 blocks wide. Next we're going to start on the hacker's legs, which are 19 blocks long. Now for this we're going to use some black concrete. So starting here, if we place 19 in a row, and then we do the same this side. Till they line up like that. Then connect them up. So you should have something like that. Now we need to fill up these black blocks so they come in line with the bottom of the shoes. So you should end up with the outline for the legs. Now it's up to you. You can either completely fill in the inside with black, or you can just do the top layer. So for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm just going to do the top layer to fill it in. So you should end up with a solid pair of legs looking something like this. So just a reminder of the sizes. It's 4 blocks high, 8 blocks wide, and in total it's 20 blocks long. Next we're going to go on to the arms and body. So from the top of the legs, if we come here, and then we go out 11 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. And then we come across 4 blocks in total, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then do 11 all the way back to there. So it should line up like that. Do the same on the other side. So starting at this corner, place 1 block there and then come out 11. Go across 4. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then line it up. So the next thing we need to work on is the head. So when you have the build looking like this, come down to here, right above the arms, and using the black concrete again, if you come to the end, miss a block, and then place 1 there. So there should be a space of 1 there. And do the same the other side, so miss a block on the corner, and place 1 there. And then we need to come up 10 blocks. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Do the same the other side, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then we just connect those up. She should have the outline of the face looking something like that. So if you like, you can connect up this section here. So from here, if you come down to this corner and place 3 black concrete blocks in the corner, so 1, 2, 3, and do the same this side, 1, 2, 3, and then place 2 blocks of white concrete in the center, and it should look something like that. Then we do an entire row of white concrete, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Switch back to the black concrete, and if you miss a block, and then place 2, and do the same the other side, so miss a block, place 2, and then fill these other ones in with white. So switching to the pink concrete, we place 2 here, and 2 here, and then we do the rest of the row in white. Then back to the black concrete, we place 1 block on the end and 1 block to the other end, and then we place 2 in the middle here, so we've got 1 and 2, so it should be black block, 2 gaps, 2 black blocks, 2 gaps, 1 black block, and then you switch back to the white and fill in that. Now this part is the nose. So underneath the nose, if you put 2 more white blocks, and then do 1 on each end as well, and then go back to the black blocks and place 2 in there and 2 in there, and then another 2 just here. And as you can see, the face is slowly starting to come together. Then we do, where these 2 black blocks are, we place another 2 here, and then we fill the rest of this section in with white concrete. And there we have the hacker face. Now at the moment, because the legs are 4 blocks high and the rest of the body is really flat, you just need to use the same colour blocks to raise it up. So just go around the whole thing and make sure that the entire structure comes up to 4 blocks high. So eventually you should end up with a build that looks something like this. So as you can see, the whole structure is 4 blocks high in total. So the next thing we need to do are the yellow gloves. So for that we switch to the yellow concrete, and we come down here to the end of the arm and place 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks across, and then go all the way up to the top. And then we do the same with another layer. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now to give his hand a bit more structure, we're going to leave out the top row, come down 1 and place 4 blocks going across. Do the same on this row and the same on the bottom. And then do it 1 more time. So you should have 2 lots of 4 blocks high, and then 2 lots of 3 blocks high. So the hand should look something like that. Over to the other hand and do the exact same thing. So we cover the whole thing in yellow concrete. And then miss out the top row, come down 1. And then you should have it looking like that on this side. So now we have our complete hacker laying on the ground. So next we need to build Chad while Clay stood on top of the defeated hacker. Now if you guys are like me and you like watching the Spy Ninjas videos, I love it when Chad v Daniel and Regina defeat the hackers in a ninja battle. So this is why I came up with this idea to do Chad with the defeated hacker on the floor, because I think it looks really cool. So for this part I'm going to switch out the pink concrete for lime concrete, because we no longer need the pink, but we will need some lime in a little while. So the first part of Chad that we're going to build is his foot that's standing on top of the hacker. So for that we're going to switch to the light grey terracotta, and from this position come down to the bottom right corner of his face, and we're going to come down from this corner, miss 1 block and place 1 there. So you should have a 1 black block gap between the mask and the first part of the shoe. So we're going to place 4 in a row. And then we're going to do the same this side. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then connect it up to make a square. Just like that. You can fill that in. Then to add a bit of detail to the shoe, we're going to put 2 more blocks here. Now Chad's legs are blue. So if you switch to the blue concrete, and then just go around the rest of the shoe. The blue level needs to come up a total of 3 blocks high. So we've got 1, 2, 3, and then we just do the same all the way around. And you can fill in the middle part. So next we're going to build the knee. So when you have the shoe base looking like this, come here and do 1 more row of blue just across this top line. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Come up here and miss out the first row and come in and do a line here and then fill in the rest. And then do the same on this top level. So miss out the first row and then do another line. And fill it in all on top. So you should end up with something like this. It kind of looks like steps going up. Okay, so looking at the bottom of the leg from this angle, you want to come here and place another row across the back. And then do another row on top. So when you're looking at it from this angle, you want to come back 4 blocks. So we've already got 1, 2, 3, 4, and you do it for the whole rectangle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And do the same here. Okay, so we've got Chad's right leg. Now we need to work on his left leg. So switching back to the light grey terracotta, we come down to this corner. So there's the hacker's face. Come down to this corner. And where you've got the corner of his right foot, if we come back 1 and then out 1 and then place a block there. So you should have a gap all the way around of 1 block. Okay, so we're going to do 4 blocks this way. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Come back another 3. 1, 2, 3. Same here. 1, 2, 3. And then connect them up. So you should have a square of 4 by 4. If you like, you can add that little detail on the front of the shoe again. So just place 2 in the front there in the middle. Switch back to the blue concrete and fill in the rest. Come up another level. Now we need to keep building this up until it reaches the same height as this right leg. So using the blue concrete, just build it all the way up. Okay, and you should end up with something looking like this. So as you can see, there's a gap all the way around the shoe down to the arm. Okay, now this is coming along nicely. Now we need to work on the body. Now if you saw my previous Chad Wild Clay tutorial, this part's going to be really easy. But if not, don't worry, it's really easy to follow along. So for this part, we're going to use some red wool. Now this part is going to be 8 blocks wide by 4 blocks deep. And we're going to come up 3 levels. Okay, and you should end up with something like that. Now we're going to switch to the white terracotta. So for the hands, we're going to come out 4 blocks. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Same on the back. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then just connect them up. And fill in the gaps. And then come up in line with the top of the red. So it should be 3 blocks high. Like that. And do the same on the other side. Next, we're going to cover the whole top of this with more red wool, with 2 layers high. Next, we're going to switch to the white concrete, and we're going to do the CWC on his shirt. So for this, we come in 1 block, place 1, and then we come up 4 all together. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Come across 2 at the bottom, and then 2 at the top. Okay, so there's the first C. Next we go on to the W. So for that we miss out a block, and we place 5. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. On this end we come up 3 all together. So we've got 1, 2, 3. Miss a block. In the middle you place 1 more. And then on the end you come up 3 all together. So 1, 2, and 3. And there is the W. For the next C, we miss another block of red. And then we place another white block. And we come up 4 all together. So we've got 1, 2, 3, and 4. Come across 3 at the top. So 1, 2, 3. And 3 on the bottom. 1, 2, and 3. And there we go. There's the CWC. Now from this CWC logo, from the top of it, his shoulders go up 3 more layers of blocks. So we've got 1, 2, and 3. So this level here is going to be his shoulders. So what we need to do is fill in this entire rectangle up to this level with red wool. So I'm going to speed this part up. And there we have the body. Okay, so the last thing we need to do is Chad's head. So for that, we're going to switch to the white terracotta. So for this, we come to his right shoulder, and from the end, we come in 5 blocks. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we place 1 block there, okay, and then we come out 2 blocks. And then from this side we do the same, so we come in 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, place it on the 5th block and come out 2. At the back, go straight across the shoulders and then do the same, so come out 2, and same here. So you should have 2 blocks poking out at the back and 2 at the front. Connect these up. And then fill it all in. Okay, so there's the bottom of Chad's head. Now we start off by doing the mouth. So for the mouth, we come in 2 blocks and then we place 4. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. And then fill around it with white terracotta. Like that. Then switch to the white concrete, come in 1 block from the end and place 2 on top of each other. Do the same the other side. In 1 block, place 2 on top. Then switch back to the black concrete and place 1 here and 1 here. And then because Chad has green eyes, the lime concrete is the nearest colour to it. So if you place 1 on top of the black concrete either side, and then we fill in the rest with white terracotta. Okay, so now it starts bringing in the hair. Now the nearest colour I could find that would match his hair is the yellow terracotta. We go to this eye, and not right on top of the green, but next to it, we place 1 block there, and then we do the rest of the line in white terracotta. Okay, then we place 1 more block of white terracotta here, and then back to the yellow terracotta, and then we do the rest of this line in yellow. And then the top layer is all yellow. And there we have Chad's face. So it's nearly complete. All we need to do now is fill in the rest of the head. So for that, we come up from the bottom to this layer here with white terracotta, and then the top 2 layers are yellow terracotta. So that bit's really easy, but I'll just speed this part up. And there we have it, guys, the giant Chad Wildclay character defeating a Project Zorgo hacker in Minecraft. Now let's make Qwaint. So first off, the blocks that we're going to need are block of coal, light grey terracotta, white concrete, white terracotta, light grey wool, red wool, and black wool, and that is it. Okay, so let's start building. So just like last time, the first thing we need to do is her shoes. So for the sole of the shoes, we're going to be using light grey terracotta. So we just place down 8 blocks in a row. Next, we use a line of white concrete. Next, we add some light grey terracotta to add some features to her shoes. So we come in 1 block and place 2. And then the other side we do the same, so in 1 block, place 2. Then you can fill the rest in with the white. And do another line all the way across the top. So for the legs we're going to be using this light grey wool, and we need to come up from the shoes 6 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now the reason we're not doing it as high as Chad is because in real life V is a lot shorter. Chad is really tall and V is really short. And if you guys are fans of the Spy Ninjas, you'll know that Chad always makes fun of V for being so short. Although personally, I don't think there's anything wrong with being short. Okay, and then we just fill in the whole thing. And there we have the legs. Next, we switch to the black wool, and we come up 2 blocks, all the way across. So for this part, we're going to use white terracotta for the hands, and red wool for the cuff of the sleeve. So on the first line of black, we come out to the side and place 4 blocks. And the same the other side. Just above, we do a row of red wool. So 4 each side to cover the whole hand. Next, we come up 7 blocks using black wool. And we do the same the other side. And that is the height of the shoulders. In a moment we're going to work on the CWC logo on the front of the hoodie, but first we need to fill in these rows of blocks using this black wool. So we fill in 2 whole lines of black blocks. Okay, so next we're going to start with this letter C and then work our way across. So switch to the red wool, and right here we go up 4 blocks. And then we come across 3, 1, 2, 3, and then at the top we come across 3 again, and there is the first letter C. Then we miss 1 block and come across 1, so we leave a gap like that to start the W, and then we come up 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks, and then we come across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks. 3 blocks in, we start the middle part of the W, but we only come up 3 blocks. And then the other end, we come up 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks. So it should look something like that. Okay, next we miss a block again, and then we start here. Now as you notice from this picture, the CWC logo has the second C backwards. So we're doing the opposite to what we did this side. So we come across 1, 2, 3, up 1, 2, 3, 4, and then in 1, 2, 3. And then it should look something like that. Now we just need to fill all of this in with black wool. So I'll speed this part up. Okay, so it's starting to come together. So we've got the body and the legs. Now we need to start working on the head. So for the head, we're going to use the white terracotta again. So we need to come in 4 blocks from the side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we place it on top of the 5th block. Now it's quite hard to tell how many blocks there are because it's all blending in. So the easiest way to do it is to look down and it's in between the C and the W. You've got this one big line of black. So place the first block there, and then we come across 8 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then you should have space of 4 blocks the other side. So 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks. And then we come out another row of blocks. So 1, 2, 3, and then the other side, 1, 2, 3. And the reason we're leaving this gap is because that is where her mouth is going to be. Now what you can also do is put 2 blocks of white terracotta underneath, and that'll be her neckline. Then we switch to the red wool and place 2 blocks there, and that is her mouth. The best colour I could find for her eyes is grey terracotta. Now I know that's weird because her eyes are brown, but the grey terracotta looks kind of brown, so we're going to use that. So either side of her mouth, if you put 2 blocks of grey terracotta stacked like that, and then 2 blocks of white concrete next to it. It should look like that. Next we fill in the blanks with the white terracotta. And then we do a row of white terracotta across the top. And there's her face. Now at the back you can also fill this in. Now if you want to make it fully 3D like the Chad character that I built, it needs to be 4 blocks deep. So using the black wool, if you start at the shoulder and come back another 3 blocks, and then come down to this line here and do the same, and then just connect them up. Okay, and then do the same the other side. So start at the shoulder, come back 3 blocks, and there, and then there, and then on the corner again, 1, 2, 3, and then just connect them all up. And as you can see, this forms the arms. Connect it right across the back. Okay, and then fill this part in. And then the top of the body should all be solid black wool. So now we need to make her head 3D. So at the moment it's 2 blocks deep. So we need to add another 4. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it should poke out from the back by 1 block. Do the same on the corners. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then connect them all up. Okay, and there's her head. So just fill in all the sides. And then we have a nice squarish head. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is fill in the whole of the back of the body and the arms with this black wool. So I'm just going to speed this part right up. Okay, so now it's starting to take shape, but we need to do the end of the sleeves and the hands. So we do the same with the red wool, so we come back 3 more blocks. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Do it all the way, and then the same the other side. And then the white terracotta for the hands. Okay, now we use the light grey wool for the legs, so again, just fill it all in, so 3 blocks back. For the base of the shoes, again, we come back another 3 blocks with the light terracotta, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then connect all that up. Okay, and then we switch to the white. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now, although at the front it has these light grey terracottas, I actually just fill in the whole back with white because it doesn't tend to have the same design on the back as the front. She should end up with something looking a bit like this. Now, the hair is the trickiest part. Now, whereas for male characters it's just square, for female characters it tends to be a bit more blocky. Now, because Qwaint's hair is black, it's a bit hard to make it look different to her hoodie, because the hoodie is black as well. So all I've done for this is used coal. So because coal is a different texture to the hoodie, it stands out just that little bit. So what I've done for this is across the top of the head, come across all the way. So we do a line of coal. Now, as you can see from this one I've already built, the hair comes down across the face. So for that, if you want to do the same hairstyle, all you do is you come across here 4 blocks. So on the skin we do 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we do another 2 on the next line down. So we do 1, 2. And starting on this corner, on the end of this row, we do 1 more block. And then come down to the bottom of the face. And then from the bottom of this we do another 2 up. So it looks like that. What I've done then, to add a bit of detail, I've just added another 2 blocks here. So 1, 2. So it's like a little bit of hair hanging down. But the main thing, I mean, you can do the hair whichever way you like, but the main thing is to not cover up too much of the face. So for this side I've done the same thing. I've done a line all the way down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the bottom of the face. And then here I've done another one there. And then come to the side. Do another one there. And then 1 more down. If you like, you can actually make it a little bit longer. So you could do 1, 2, 3. And then maybe do 1, 2, 3. Like that. Okay, so next what I've done is added a line of 6 blocks on the top here. So not the very top line, the next one down. So add 1, 2, so add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then add another block here. Actually, we'll add another block there as well, just to connect it all up. So the hair is really difficult to do because you can never really get it perfect. I mean, it's entirely up to you which style you go for. But if you want to do it just like I've done, then just follow this. So I filled in all the way around the head to hide all of the skin. So we'll just do that. What you can do then is just to add a little bit more feature to the back is come in 1 block from the corner and then down 1 block. So start there and just do a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and do a row of 6 and then come down again, do another row of 6 and it kind of adds a bit more depth to the hair. Because her head is really flat across the top, what we do there is do another row of 7 across the front. So we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 and 7. Okay, and then again come up, leave 1 block on the end and do another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and then leave a block on the end like that. And as you can see, it's starting to take a more rounded shape. And if you like, you can do it just 1 more row just to make it a little bit more round. So again, leave 1 block on the end, do 1, 2, 3, leave a block on the end. Because at the front, it's just sticking up like that and then it's flat on the top. All you need to do is just place some random blocks to kind of give it a bit of roundness. It's not perfect, but it looks a bit more like hair. So now we have Chad and V. Next we're going to be making a Daniel and Regina Valentine's build. Now let's take a look at what kind of blocks we're going to need. So first up, we're going to build Daniel, and for Dan we're going to need some light grey concrete, light grey wool, white concrete, white terracotta, brown concrete, lime concrete, and black concrete, and that is it. So for Daniel's shoes, we're going to start off using the light grey concrete, and for that we're going to place down 8 blocks in a row. Just like that, and we're going to come back so it's 3 blocks deep. So come back another 2, and then come across so it lines up with this, and then connect those up and fill in the middle. Next we're going to switch to the grey concrete, and we're going to do the same thing on top. So we're going to do 1 layer all the way across the top of this. Next we switch to the light grey wall, and we come up another 10 blocks high. And we need to do that to cover this entire base. So for this part I'm going to speed it up. Next we're going to work on Daniel's hand, so for that we're going to use the white terracotta. So place a block on the corner here and come out another 4 blocks. Just like this. Delete the first one and then bring it back in line with the back of the leg. So come back another 2 blocks deep. Like this. And it needs to be 3 blocks high. So come up another 2 and do that all the way around the rest of the hand. There is one hand, and then we do the exact same thing on the opposite side. So place 1 block there, come out 4, delete that first one, bring it to the back, and do that again for another 2 layers. And there we have Daniel's hands. Next we're going to work on Daniel's white shirt. So for that we're going to be using the white concrete. So the easiest way to do that is to come to the top of the hand and come up another 9 blocks high. Come to this hand and do the exact same thing. And then connect these 2 up. And as you can see, that's going to be the outline of the main part of the body. Now we need to fill in this whole area with more white concrete and make it so that it goes all the way to the back. So again, for this part, I'm going to speed it up. So next we're going to do the buttons on Daniel's shirt. And for that I'm going to be using the light grey wool. So come down to the waistline and come in 4 blocks. We've got 1, 2, 3 and 4. And then come up 1, remove that white block and place the light grey wool inside. Like that. And then we're going to come up, skip 2 and place 1 on the 3rd. Like that. And then do the same. So skip 2 white blocks and then place 1 on the 3rd. Like that. And there we have 3 buttons. So for the neckline we're going to switch back to the white terracotta and we're going to come up to the shoulder and come in 7 blocks. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So place 1 on the 7th. Come the other side and do the same thing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. And place 1 there. And then place 2 more in between like that. And then come down in the center here and place 2 more next to each other like this. Next we're going to work on Daniel's head, so for that we're going to switch to the brown concrete. And then we come up to the neckline, and these 2 white blocks next to it, we're going to place some brown there, and 2 the other side like that, and then connect those up. Switch back to the white terracotta, and on these 2 center blocks here, so you come in 4 blocks, 1, 2, 3 and 4, place 1 on the 4th and 5th block, so it pokes out like that. Switch back to the brown concrete, and we're going to do another layer on top of this brown one. And the same the other side. And then we're going to come down, place a block underneath here, and then underneath the mouth area, and then 1 there like that. Come up above the mouth, and we're going to place 1 on top here, 1 on top there, and then 2 across the top, just like this. Then come to the corner, place 1 block on this side, and 1 block on this side like that. And as you can probably see, this is going to be the mouth, and this is Daniel's beard. Switch back to the white terracotta, and then we're going to come up like this, fill in these 2 holes there, and then do a layer all the way across like this. Next we're going to do Daniel's eyes. Now, as I'm sure you know, Daniel has green eyes. So we're going to switch to the white concrete, and just in line with this block here, we're going to place 1 there, and then 1 here, and then for the eye colour we're going to switch to the lime green concrete. So place 1 on the inside of the white like this, and then switch to the black concrete, and we're going to place 2 on top like this for the eyebrows. Switch back to the white terracotta, and we're just going to go up and fill in this area here. So we place 2 on top of each other there, fill in this middle square section, and then 2 on the outside like this. Switch back to the brown concrete, and then on the next layer we're going to place one on the end, skip a block, and one there. And then we're going to place one on this corner as well. Switch back to the white terracotta and fill in the gaps. Switch back to the brown, and we're going to do a layer all the way across the top. And then another one on top of that. And there we have Daniel's face. But at the moment, it's very flat. So we need to bring this back. So come to the back and bring it all the way back another 3 blocks so it pokes out the back by 1. Come to the other side of the face and do the same thing. And then connect these two up. Now we're going to bring this up in line with the top of the head. So come up another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks like that. Do the same this side. And then connect this up to the top. Connect this at the back. And then connect this side. Now of course at the moment Daniel's just got an empty head, but we also need to place some ears on the side as well. So the way I do that is come here and just do a line of brown all the way up to the top. Fill in these top 2, fill in 2 more underneath, and then place 1 block like that, and then fill in this gap with more white terracotta. So it should look something like this. And then we come around the other side and we do the exact same thing. So switch to the brown, do 1 line all the way from the bottom to the top. Fill in these 2 and these 2. And then place 1 block right there. And then fill in the rest with white terracotta. And then we fill in the rest of the back with more brown concrete. And don't forget to fill in the top of the head as well. And there we have our very own giant Daniel. So next we're going to work on Regina, and for Regina these are the blocks you'll need. White concrete, black wool, pink concrete, white terracotta, brown concrete, black concrete and red wool. Now the way I've made this build, I wanted it to look like they're kind of holding hands. So you can see that the 2 hands look like they're connected. So the easiest way to build Regina next to Daniel is to start with the hands. So come across another 4 blocks using the white terracotta. And do that for the entire hand. Then switch to the black wool, and we need to come down diagonally. So the way to do that is come out 1 block and then down 1 and then delete that first one like this. And then we're going to bring this all the way down to the ground level apart from 1 block. So bring this all the way down, but leave a 1 block gap right at the bottom. And there we're going to place the white concrete. Now we're going to bring this white concrete across another 7 blocks. And this will be the base of Regina's feet. To make it 3D, we're going to come back another 2 blocks at the back. And this side. And then connect those up. Remember to fill in the middle. And just like Daniel, we need to come up another 10 blocks high using black wool, so it comes up in line with the top of this black wool here. And do that for the entire base. So again, for this part, I'm going to speed it up. So once you've done that, you should end up with a giant pair of legs looking like this. Now we need to work on Regina's other hand. So come to this corner here and place 1 on top and come out another 4. And then remove that first one because we don't need that. Come back another 2. Like that, and then bring that up another 2 layers high. Next we're going to work on Regina's shirt, and for that I'm going to use the pink concrete. So in line with Daniel's shoulder, we're going to bring this across all the way until it comes up in line with the top of her hand. Like this. And then on the corner of the hand, bring that up to connect it up like that. And there we have the outline of Regina's body. Now we just need to go ahead and fill in this entire area up to this level with more pink concrete. So again, let's speed it up. Next we need to work on Regina's head, so for that we're going to switch to the black concrete. Come up to the shoulder and we need to come in 5 blocks. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Place 2 next to each other there, and then come the other side and do something similar. So we come in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and on the 5th block we place 1, and then bring that forward another block. So we'll come out like this and out like this. So it should poke out the front by 1 block. Switch to the white terracotta and we're going to place 2 blocks this side and 1 block that side, like this. And then switch to the red wool and we're going to use this for the mouth. So fill in this gap in the middle like that. Next we're going to work on the eyes, so switch to the white concrete and on top of this block here, come up 2. And as I'm sure you know, Regina has brown eyes, so we're going to place 2 brown on top of each other like that. And this side, we're just going to place the 1 brown block, like this. Now I know it looks really weird right now, but trust me, it'll look good in the end. Switch back to the black concrete, and we're going to come up another 2 blocks on top of these. Like that, and 1 on top of the eye like this. Fill in this middle square area with more white terracotta. And then using the black concrete, we're going to come up another 2 like this. And then we're going to place 1 more white terracotta right on top of this block here. So next to the brown, like that. And then the rest of this layer we're going to fill in with more black concrete. And then do another layer of black all the way across the top. Do the same for another layer, so come across all the way using black concrete. And then on the very top layer we're going to skip out a block either side. So skip out the first block, place 1 next to it, come across, and leave 1 on the end like that. Now at the moment her hair is too short, of course, so what we need to do is come underneath and we're going to fill in 3 blocks. So we got 1, 2, 3 like that. Come the other side and do the same thing, so 1, 2 and 3. And then underneath this block we need to come down another 7 blocks. So go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Do the same on this one, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. And then for the detail on the hair, we're going to come out to the side, we're going to skip this block and come up 1. And then we're going to do another diagonal, but we're going to skip that block and go up another one. Like that. So you should have 1 block, and then here we've got 2 blocks, and then come up and do that one. And now fill these up to the top of the hairline like this. And then we do the same this side. So skip that block, come up 1, and then come up and out and up like that. And then fill this in. So you should end up with hair looking something like that. Now of course at the moment Regina's head is looking a bit flat, so we need to bring that back as well. So bring it back another 3 blocks. And the same this side. Connect these up. And then we're going to bring the hairline up to the top of the head like we've done with the rest. So come up another 5 blocks using the black. And connect it up to the front. And do the same this side. And connect that one to the front. And then just connect it up at the back like this. And now you can either fill in the entire head or you can just fill in the outside, which is a bit faster. Now for the top layer, because we miss out the block on the end, we're just going to bring back these blocks. So bring it all the way to the back. And of course we don't want the hair this short on the back, so we're going to bring down the whole thing until it goes in line with this block here. So from the top of the arm, so from the top of the hand, we come up 1, across 2, up 1, and place 1 block there. Do the same this side, so come up 1, across 2, up 1, and place 1 there, and then connect these up. And then you can just fill in all the way up to the top of the hairline using more black concrete. So there we have Daniel and Regina, but now we need to add the Valentine's gifts. So for that, I'm going to give her a heart balloon using white concrete and the red glazed terracotta. So just come to this hand, and on the center block, we're going to place 2, and then we're going to come up 2, and then we're going to go across 1, up 1, out 1, up 1, out 1, up 2, and then out 1, and up 1 more like this. So this is going to be the string for the balloon. And then for the balloon itself, we're making it heart shaped, so this is why I've gone for the red glazed terracotta. So we come up on top here and we place 2 on top of each other, and then on this one we come out 1 either side like this, come up 1 more and come out 2 more either side. Come up to the next layer and we're going to place 1 in the middle and come out 3 either side. And then we're going to place 3 on top here, skip a block and place 3 like this, and then right on top here we're going to skip the end block and place 2 next to each other and do the same here like that. And there we have Regina holding a heart balloon. The last thing we need to do is the rose that Daniel is going to give Regina, and for that I'm going to use a redstone block, lime terracotta and lime concrete. So using the lime concrete, we're going to come here and place 2 blocks on top of each other, and then we're going to come out 1 and up 1, and then out 1, up 1, out 1, up 1. So it should look like that. Then we need to do a diagonal either side. So come up one more on top and place one out and one in, and then delete that first one like that. So it should have the stem of the rose looking like this. Switch to the lime terracotta, and then we're going to place one block here and then one block there, so it looks like a leaf. And then come down here and do the same thing. So we got one there, and we need another diagonal. So come underneath and out one, and then delete that first one. And there you have two leaves. Now for the rose, I find the best colour is the redstone block. So for that, we're going to come here and we're going to go up 5 blocks high. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then on this layer, we're going to come out to the side 2 and do the same this side. Do the same on the layer above. And then on this layer, we're just going to place one block here, one block there. And now we need to do a diagonal out either side. So come up one and out one, and then remove that. And then up one, in one, remove that. And there you have a giant rose. And there you have it, guys. If you follow those steps, you should now have your very own giant Daniel and Regina on a Valentine's Day. This is going to be a super simple tutorial, guys, but first off, let me show you what kind of blocks we're going to need. So we're going to need some light grey concrete, black wool, black concrete, white terracotta, light grey wool, red wool, white concrete, and brown terracotta. And that is everything you're going to need. So let's start building. So the first thing we're going to do is the shoes. So for that, we're going to switch to the light grey concrete, and we're going to place down 8 blocks in a line. Just like this. And then we're going to come to the end, skip out the end block, and then we're going to place 2 more next to each other like that. And we're going to do the same the other side. So skip 1 and place 2. Next, we're going to switch to the black wool for the trousers, and we need to come up 11 blocks in total. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Come over to this side of the shoe and do the exact same thing. And then just connect them up. And then you just need to fill in the middle with black wool. So for this part, I'm going to speed it up. And there we have Melvin's legs. So the next thing we need to do is the hands. Now, as you can see, PZ9 aka Melvin doesn't wear his Project Zorgo gloves anymore, so now it's just bare skin. Now the best colour for that is white terracotta. So come up to the top of the legs here, place a block, and then come out 4 more. So we got 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then just delete that first one there so you have a diagonal like this. Then we're going to come up another 2 blocks high, and we're going to fill in this part here. So come up 2 blocks like this. And we're going to do the exact same on the other side. So come to this block, place 1, come out 4, up another 2, and then delete that first one so it looks like this. And then we're just going to fill in the rest of the hand like that. And there we have the hands. So as you can see from this picture, Melvin's new outfit has black sleeves and then a striped hoodie. So what we're going to do is the black sleeves first. So for that, switch back to the black wool. And on top of the hand, we're going to come up another 9 blocks high. And then we're going to do the same here. And then connect those up and fill in the rest of the arm with more black wool. We're going to do the exact same thing on the other arm. So start on the corner and come up 9 blocks. Do the same here. Connect them up. And fill in the middle. Next, we're going to work on Melvin's striped hoodie. So for that, we're going to be using the grey wool and the light grey wool to do the stripes. So start off with the grey wool, and we're going to come from here all the way up to the top of the arms in one straight line. Just like that. And then we're going to switch to the light grey wool, and we're going to do the same thing, and we're going to repeat that over and over until we get to the other side. So we do one line of grey, one line of light grey, and we just repeat that all the way across. So for that, I'm just going to speed it up. Okay, so the next thing we need to work on is Melvin's face. So for that, we're going to switch to the white terracotta, and if we just come to this line of grey wool, we place one block there, and then we come to this light grey wool and place one there as well, and then we just fill in a line all the way across the middle. Next, we're going to do the mouth. So for that, we switch to the red wool and we place two in the middle. So you skip 1, 2, 3, place one there and one next to it, and you should have 3 the other side as well. Fill in the rest with more white terracotta. And then we need to do 2 lines of white terracotta all the way across the top. Now we need to do the eyes, so for that we're going to place one block on the end either side. And we're going to switch to the white concrete. Place one block there and one block there. And if you hadn't noticed, Melvin has brown eyes, so we're going to use the brown terracotta for that. So just place one block next to the white and the same the other side like this. Switch back to the white terracotta and fill in the middle bit. And then the next thing we're going to do is the eyebrows. So for that, switch to the black concrete and place 2 on top of the eye like this, and the same the other side. And then fill in the gaps with more white terracotta. And then do another line all the way across the top. Now if you haven't seen PZ9 unmasked, he now wears this kind of grey bandana. So for that, we're going to be using the light grey wool, and we're going to come up to the top here. We're going to skip out the first block, and we're going to place light grey wool all the way across and skip out the block on the end. And we're going to do another layer exactly the same. Just like that. Now we're also going to delete this block on the corner and this block. Now I know at the moment this looks really weird, but I promise if you just stick to what I'm telling you, it will look okay in the end. Next we need to work on his hair and beard. So for that, switch back to the black concrete and we're going to do a layer across the top. So go in line with this light grey wool and just come across the top like that. And then come down, so we're going to skip out one block here and we're just going to come down like this. And we're going to do the same this side, so do 3 down like that. And then we're going to come out again, 1 and 1 here. And we're going to bring this down in line with the shoulder. Do the same the other side. And it'll look something like this. Now, of course, the thing that's going to make it really look like Melvin is the massive, cool beard. So, for that, we're going to come over here in line with the mouth. And on the end here, we're going to bring it out and we're going to come down. So there's 2 blocks, one on top of the other. Do the same this side. Now, we're going to bring this across another 2. Same here, bring it across another 2. And then we're going to go up and around the mouth. So go like this. And then fill in these 2 underneath as well like that. And then we have the start of the beard. Now I know at the moment he looks a bit like Bane, but I promise this will look good in the end. So what we need to do next for the beard is come down another layer, and we're going to go across, all the way across these light and normal grey wools. So we do 8 across. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. And then we're going to skip out the first block underneath. And we're going to place another 6. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So either side, we're missing out 1 block. Bring it down and do the same again. So we miss out the first block and we do another 4. And then lastly, we come down another layer, miss out a block and place 2. So it looks like that. And then just the final touch is to come up to this part of the beard and place 1 more block on top there. And 1 more block on top there, like this. And there we have it. There is your very own PZ9 unmasked in Minecraft. It is that easy to do, guys. Next up is Daniel's dog, Douglas. So guys, if you've seen the recent Spy Ninja videos, you will know that Daniel has a French bulldog named Douglas. Today, I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how to build this giant French bulldog in Minecraft. So these are the blocks we'll need. We're going to need some black concrete, some sand, some smooth sandstone, red sand, pink concrete, white concrete, and that is it. Just 6 different kind of blocks. So the first thing we're going to build are the legs and the main part of the body, and then we're going to do the head last. So for the feet, we're going to use the black concrete, and we're going to place down 4 blocks in a square shape like this. Then we're going to skip out 3 blocks and do the same thing here. Next, we're going to switch to the sand, and we're going to come up 7 blocks high. And we do this for the whole square. We do the exact same thing on the other leg. So you should end up with 2 giant legs looking like this. Next, switch to the smooth sandstone, and we're going to come to this leg and place 1 block there and 1 out to the side. Do the same this side, so we place 1 there and 1 out to the side, and then connect these 2 up. So you should have a frame looking something like this. Next, we're going to work on the back legs. So for that, we need to leave a gap of 12 blocks. So we go 1, 2, 3,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12.
And on the 13th block, place a black and do the same as you did for the front. So place 4 like that, go across 3, and then place 2 more there, and 2 more there. So you should have the bottom of the legs looking like this. Repeat what you did in the front. So switching back to the sand, come up 7 blocks high. Do the same on this one. Switch back to the smooth sandstone and do the same thing that we did on the front. So place 1 block there, 1 out to the side, 1 block there, 1 out to the side, and connect them both up. And now you can go ahead and connect the front to the back using the smooth sandstone. Do the same on the other side. So you should now have the frame for the main part of the body. So as I'm sure you guys know, sand falls. So if you place a block like this, it's just going to fall down to the ground. So what we need to do is fill in this area with more smooth sandstone as a base. So for this part, I'm just going to speed it up. So you should end up with what looks like a giant dog-shaped table. Now what we need to do is do the main part of the body, which we're going to use the sand for, because that's the closest color you can get to the real thing. So come up 6 blocks using the sand. And then we need to fill in this whole area 6 blocks high with more sand. So for this part, I'm going to speed it up. You should end up with a giant body looking something like this. Next, we're going to do the tail, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks in, and we're going to come down another 1 and place 2 smooth sandstone like that. Then we need to do some diagonals going up. So place 1 block on top and 1 out, delete that first one, and then just bring that across like this, and then do another one like that. So you come up 1 and back 1, delete, and then fill that in like that. So you should have these 3 kind of steps going up using the smooth sandstone. And then we're going to just add on top of that a little bit more sand. So switch back to the sand, place a block there, 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 and there, and there. Then you should have a little cute tail poking at the back like this. Next, we're going to work on Douglas's face. So switching back to the smooth sandstone, we come down to this block here. So skip out the first one, place 1 on top there, 1 on top of that, and 1 out to the side. Come over to this side, do the exact same thing. So skip the first block, go 1 there, 1 on top, and 1 out to the side like that. Now, we're going to switch to the black concrete, and we're going to connect these 2 up in a line. So we're going to place 5 in a line here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then we're going to place 2 here, skip 1, and place 2 there. So you should have a gap in the middle of 1 block. Then switch to the pink concrete, and we're going to place a block in this hole here, and then place another one on top, and then 1 either side of it like that, and this is going to be Douglas's tongue. Switch back to the black concrete, and we're going to place 3 this side, and 3 this side, and then on the next layer we're going to do a line all the way across using the black concrete. So it should look something like this. Next, switch to the red sand, and in line with the middle of the tongue here, we're going to go straight up, and we're going to place 1 block here, right in the middle. So it should be in line with the middle of the tongue. Then switch back to the black concrete and fill in the rest of this layer. like this. Next, switch back to the smooth sandstone and we're going to do some steps. So come to this layer of black and place one to the side. Come up a layer, go up one and out one, and then delete that first. And then we're going to do the same thing again. So we're going to come up one, out one, and then delete that first one. So you should have these 3 steps going up like that. Come to this side, do the exact same thing. So in line with the black, we go out one, and then up one, out one, delete. Up one, out one, and then delete that one. So you should have these 2 lots of steps going up either side. Now I know it looks a bit weird right now, but switch back to the black concrete and then we're going to fill in these gaps. So we place 1 there and then 2 there. And then the same this side, so 1 there and then 2 there. And you should have it looking something like this. Still using the black concrete, we're going to come to this layer and we're going to place 2 black concretes on top of this red sand. So 1, 2, and then switch back to the red sand. And we're going to place 2 this side on top of each other and the same here. And there we have the nose. Switch back to the black concrete and we're going to come here to this side and we're going to go up 3. So we've got 1, 2, and 3. Do the same on this side. So on top of the black, go up another 3. Like that. And then connect these 2 up. So it looks like this. And then fill in these 2 gaps here. Come up to the next layer and we're going to skip a block on the end. Place 1 next to it like that. So you should have a 1 block gap on the end. Do the same the other side. So skip the end block, place 1 next to it like that, and connect these 2 up. And then on the next layer, we're going to skip 2 blocks. So we've got 1, 2, and then place 1 on the 3rd. Same the other side, 1, 2, place 1 on the 3rd, and then connect those 2 up. Switch back to the red sand, and we're going to place 1 block on this gap here, and then 2 next to each other like that. On this side, do the same, so place 1 block there and then 2 next to each other like this. Then, where the black starts, come up another 2 blocks. Like that, and the same this side. So on the black, come up 2. And this is going to be the start of his eyes. Then we switch back to the sand, the regular sand, and then we come over to this block here, and we go up 8 blocks high. Just on top of this red sand, place 1 more on top there. Come to the other side, do the exact same thing. So we come up 8 blocks high. And then place 1 just there. Switch back to the red sand. And on top of this regular sand, we're going to come up another 2. Do the same this side. On top of the regular sand, come up 2. Switch back to the black concrete. And we're going to come to this eye. And we're going to place 2 on top of each other. And 1 in, like that. Do the same the other side, but the opposite. So we go up 2 and in 1. So it should look like this. Switch to the white concrete and just place 1 in this hole here and 1 there. And as you can see, now we have the start of the eyes. Switch back to the red sand and on top of the black, place 1 there and 1 there. Do the same this side. Switch back to the regular sand. Come over to this eye and place 1 block there and then 2 on top of the red sand like that. Do the same this side, so 1 block and then 2 there like this. And now we're going to fill in this middle section with more sand. Until it looks something like that. Okay, so now we need to use the smooth sandstone so it can support the sand going higher up for the ears. So for that, we're going to come here and just above this red sand, so come up in line with that, and we place 2 on top of each other, come out 1, add another 1 on top, come out 1, and then we need to come up another 6 blocks high. So go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Come across 3 more. And then in the middle here, place 2 like that. And then on this side, we're going to come down 4 more blocks. So go 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you should have the outline of an ear. Switch to the pink concrete, and then we're going to fill in the inside of the ear. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 like that. And then you just leave this little gap right at the bottom. For this gap, we're going to switch back to the sand. So just fill in this area here. So we go 1, 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, and 4. And there we have 1 ear. Now I know it looks really weird at the moment. It kind of looks like bunny ears, but I promise it will look good in the end. Now we need to do the same the other side. So switch back to the smooth sandstone and we're going to do the exact same thing this side. So come to this block, place 2 on top, 1 out, 1 up, 1 out, and then 6 more on top of that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. come across another 3, place 2 in the middle on top, and then come down another 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Do the exact same thing as we did for the other ear. So we're going to switch back to the pink, and we're going to do 8 blocks here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and then fill in the rest with sand. Next, we're going to do 2 full lines across, so from this one to there. So bring that across using the sand. Come up and do the same for another layer. And then for this top part, we're going to skip out the first block, place 1 there, come the other side, skip out a block, place 1 there, and then fill in the middle. And there we have Douglas's face. Now you could leave the build like this, but at the moment his face just looks really flat. So what I'm going to do is show you how to fill in the back of it so it looks a little bit more natural. And for that, it's really simple. All you do is switch back to the smooth sandstone, and on the black, come up like this, and then place 1 on the sand. So you should have these 3 steps missing a block like that. And then what we're going to do is come up and around and just fill in the outline with more smooth sandstone like this. And then we're going to do the same the other side. So on the black part, we place 1 there, come up 1 and across 1, and then place 1 there. And then just go around the outside and fill it in with smooth sandstone. Switch back to the sand, and now we're going to fill in this whole area. Now the easiest way to do this, because sand falls, you can just come to the top and just keep placing blocks until it reaches the top. Like that. And as you can see, it all falls down into place. Now because you've put these blocks there, it's not going to fall to the floor. These are going to catch it. Like that. And just do the same for this whole area, going around the outside and fill it all in with sand. So for this part, I'm going to speed it right up. Now once you've done that, you should have it all nice and smooth on the back like that. But what I want to do next is do a bit of a neckline so it doesn't look so flat. Now the way we're going to do that is come over to the neckline here, skip the first block, place 1 there, do the same the other side, skip the first block, place 1 there, and do a line across. And then we're going to stagger them up in steps. So do the same thing here. So we skip the block, come across, and skip a block on the end. Do the same here. So skip out the first block. So 1, 2, 3, and then place another one in the middle on top. So as you can see here, it looks kind of like a pyramid. Then coming back onto this line, we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to skip out 2 blocks from the end. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do the same on top. So skip out a block, and 1 in the middle. And then here we go 1, 2, 3, and 1 in the middle, and then 1 at the back like that. So as you can see, then you have this kind of almost like half a pyramid at the back, which gives it more of a neckline. And there you go, guys. Now you have your very own giant Spy Ninja dog in Minecraft. Moving on, we're going to build a giant Project Zorgo member next. So the first one we need is light grey terracotta, black concrete, black wool, white concrete, yellow concrete, and pink concrete. It's that easy. So find a nice big space. So the first thing we're going to do is the base of the shoes. So for that, we're going to use the light grey terracotta. So place down 8 blocks in a line. And then we come back 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we just connect it up. Like that. And then just fill in the inside. And there we have the base for the shoes. Now as you can see, most of the Project Zorgo hacker is in black. So I've got the black concrete and I've got the black wool. Now as you can see, the black wool is a bit more textured, so it looks a bit more like clothes. So for the main part of the body, I'm going to be using the black wool. Now this thing is huge, so we need to come up 23 blocks high using the black wool. And then it should look something like that. Now we need to do the same thing to cover this whole rectangle base. Now you can either fill in the whole thing, or you can just go around all the edges and then just close it off on top. So I'm going to do that really quick and speed it up for you guys. Okay, so you should end up with something like this, and then you can just close it off on the top. And there we have the main part of the body and legs. Okay, so now we need to work on the arms. So from the main part of the body, on the front, if you come out 4 blocks, 1, 2, 3, 4, and same on the back, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we go down another 8 blocks. So it should end up around there. Connect that up. And do the same on the back. And there we have the outline of the arm. So just go ahead and fill that in. And there is one arm. Okay, then switch to the yellow blocks. And underneath, if you come out 4 blocks, come back 4 blocks, and then connect it up. So when you've got this part, you need to come down 3 blocks in total. So we've got 1, 2, and 3. And then we just connect all of this up and make it one big block, because this part is the glove. And there we have one of the arms. If you come over this side, do the same. So in line with that, come back 4 blocks, and then come out 4 blocks. We've got 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then connect that up. And then we do the same as we did the other side. So just connect all that up. And then you should have the 2 hands looking something like that. And now it makes it easier to fill the rest of this in with more black wool. And there we go. So we've got the feet, the legs, the body, the arms, and the hands. Now we need to work on the head. So for the head, we come in from the shoulder 3 blocks. We've got 1, 2, and 3, and then we place it on the 4th block. Come out 2 more, and then we do the same the other side. So we've got 1, 2, 3, and place it on the 4th. Come out 2 blocks, and then connect that up. And do the same here. So from the side it should look something like that. Okay, now we do the same at the back. So in line with this, just go straight across the shoulders and then come out 2 blocks. Same here. 1, 2, and then connect that up. And then this is the base for the head. So switch to the white concrete, and just in line with the shoulders here, if you place a line, and then do 1 more on top. So for the features of the face, so for these black parts, instead of using the black wool again, I'm going to be using the black concrete, because it just makes it stand out a little bit more. Okay, so once you've got this layer of white, we need to come in 4 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So on the 4th block, place a black concrete, and then place another one right next to it, and then do the same on the next layer. So you should have a block of 4 black concretes. Okay, next we come up, place another one here, and come out 1, and then delete that first one. So you should have a diagonal. Do the same this side, and delete there. So you've got another diagonal. Come up. Now we come out 2 blocks here, so we've got 1, 2, 1, 2. So you should have it looking like that. And then come up 1 and in 2, and then delete that corner. So it should be like this. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now on the ends, we need to do another one and come up 1, and then delete, so we've got another diagonal, and the same this side. Next we switch to the pink concrete, and we place one block on top and one in, and same this side, one on top, one in, and then back to the black concrete, and on this pink block place one on top and another one inside, and same this side, so one on top, one on the inside, and there we have the cheeks and the eyes. Now at this point it's easiest to fill in up to here with the white concrete, so we'll just go ahead and do that. And as you can see, it's slowly starting to look like a hacker. So on the top of the eyes we do a whole row of white, and then on the corners we do another 3 black concrete. So we've got 1, 2, 3, and the same this side, 1, 2, and 3. There we go. Okay, fill in that middle section with white, and there we have the hacker face. Now all we need to do is build the hood that goes around it, because as you guys know, Project Zorgo hackers always wear hoods. So we come around here and we place black wool all the way up to the top, and then another one so it goes just above it, and then all the way across the top, and then out one, and then all the way down, like that. Now because it's a hood, we want it to poke out slightly from the front of the face. So if you come out in line with this, and do that all the way around the face. So the front should look like that. So you've got the face there, and then you've got 2 blocks deep of black wool all the way around it. So all we do then is fill in the back with black wool. And there you have it, guys, a super simple Project Zorgo hacker in Minecraft. Next we're going to build the crazy scientist and friend of the Spy Ninjas, Joseph Banks. We're only going to need 4 different kinds of blocks to build this giant Joseph Banks, and they are snow, white concrete, black concrete, and cyan concrete, and that is it. It's super simple, and this won't take long at all to build. So the first thing we're going to do is start with the shoes and then work our way up. So first of all, we're going to use the white concrete. So we just place 8 blocks down in a row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then we're going to come in 1 block and place 2 there, and do the same the other side. So come in 1 block, place 2 there, and then we're going to do the legs using the snow, because I find that's the best colour to match what he looks like in real life. So for that, we're going to come up 11 blocks from this one. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. And we do the same this side. And then we connect them up and fill in the middle. So I'm just going to speed this part up. And you should end up with a pair of legs looking something like this. What we do next is switch to the black concrete, and we come up to this corner here and we're going to do the gloves. So to do that, we place 1 block there and place another one here, and then we delete that first one so we have a diagonal. We need to come out 4 blocks in total, so we go 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we need to go up 3 blocks high. So we've already got 1, so place another 2, do the same here, and connect them up, and fill in the middle. And there we have one of his gloves. And then we go over to the other side and we do the exact same thing. So we come up 1, out 1, delete, come across another 3, and then go up another 2, and do the same here, and then connect them all up, and fill in the middle. And there we have his gloves. So from the top of the glove, we switch back to the snow, and we need to come up another 9 blocks high. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Do the same this side. And then we connect these up, because these will be the shoulders. And just fill in all of this empty space. there we have Joseph Banks' body. So next we need to work on his head. So to separate it from the rest of the body, we're going to use the white concrete for this. So for that, you come over to the shoulder and you come in 5 blocks. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and we place one on the 5th. And we do the same this side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then connect these up. And we do another 2 lines, exactly the same. So it looks like that. And then if we come to the middle, we place 2 blocks next to each other, just like that. Next, we're going to switch to the cyan concrete, and we're going to come up 3 blocks. So we've got 1, 2, and 3. Go across 2, and then down to the bottom here, and place one there. So you should have a big square with a hole in the middle. And then we do the same here. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Connect those up, and place one on the bottom. So you should end up with 2 goggle-looking eyes like that. And then we connect these up in the middle. Because as you can see from this picture, Joseph Banks wears these kind of turquoisey, cyan colour kind of goggles. Now because they have black lenses on the goggles, we're going to come in and place a black in these 2 empty spaces in the middle. Switch back to the white concrete, and we're going to place another 2 rows all the way across the top. There we have Joseph Banks' face, which of course you can't really see because he wears a white mask and goggles, but that's pretty much as close as you're going to get it in Minecraft. Next, we need to work on Joseph Banks' crazy white hair. So to do that, we're going to switch back to the snow, and the first thing we're going to do is come down to 1 block below the goggles and place one there. Do the same the other side, and then we're going to go up and around the head, just like this. So as you can see in real life, Joseph Banks' hair is really wacky, so you can do this as crazy as you like. But the way I've done it is come to the front to make it a little bit more 3D. I've placed 1 block here, skip a block, place one here, skip a block, place one here, and then skip 2 and place another one there. So it kind of looks like this. Come to this corner, come out 2 and down 1. And then if you come down to this block here in line with the top of the goggles, and you come out 3 and then 1 down like that, and then just here in line with the bottom of the goggles, place another block there. So as you can see, his hair's starting to look a little bit wacky. So for this side, go 1 level just above the goggles, come out 2 and then down 1 like that, and then again in line with the bottom of the goggles, we place 1 block out to the side like this. Next we come here and you skip this first block, and on this one you come up another 4. So we've got 1, 2, 3 and 4, and then come out to the side 1 like this. From the top here we come down to this one, so we've got 1, 2, 3, and we come out another 2 and in 1 like that. So when the hair is looking like this, we're going to come here and diagonally to this block we're going to place 2 next to each other, and then we're going to skip a block, place one, skip a block, place one, and do that all the way across. And then we're going to do a diagonal here, so place 1 more and then 1 out to the side, and then delete that one so it looks like this. And then we want to do a diagonal down, so place 1 next to that, 1 down, and then delete that. So it should look something like this. Okay, we're going to do another layer of hair. So what we're going to do is come to these 2 blocks, place 1 on top, and then we're going to come across all the way until it reaches there. So you can see this diagonal line going like this. And then we're going to remove this block. So you've got 2, and then 2, and then a gap, and then you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 going across that way. Next we need a diagonal one coming here, so come up 1 and in 1, and then delete that. And then we're going to do 3 across here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to skip 1 and place 1 more there. And for the final touches, we're going to go into the middle here, and we're going to place 1 on top, and then we need to do a diagonal, so place 1 on top of this one and 1 out. Delete that first one, and then we're going to do 3, so we've got 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to come down and then out another one like that, and there we go, we have the perfect Joseph Banks. And there you have it, guys. You now have all of the Spy Ninjas and some of their enemies in Minecraft. Remember to give this video a massive thumbs up if you enjoyed, and make sure you subscribe so you can keep up to date with our latest videos. I will see you guys in the next one. Until then, stay mega.